Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Aries, I am going to be doing your soulmate reading for you for mid-month in November. And what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at what's led to where you are right now with regards to your soulmate, how they're feeling about this connection, how you're feeling about this connection, the next steps in your journey, and some advice from Spirit for you as well. If the reading resonates, please, I will be very grateful if you would comment, like, share, subscribe. If it doesn't resonate, it simply means the reading wasn't for you at this time. There will always be a reading for you at exactly the right time, guided by Spirit. So, Aries, let's first of all start. I'm going to use a combination of different decks, however I'm guided to do so, but for the most part I'm using the Spirit Song Tarot, but I'm going to be doing some other decks as well. But first of all, I want to have a look using my Dream Tarot as to where you are as in terms of what's led to where you are right now with regards to you and your soulmate, the connection you're in right now. So you have got the Chariot and the World has come out, my darling, side by side. So I'm going to take both of those. So wherever you have been in this connection, you've reached an end of a cycle and you're about to start a new cycle. And always that choice as we're about to enter into a new cycle is, are we going to enter in having shifted and changed and evolved and learned and grow? Because all relationships, I know you hear me say this a lot, but all relationships are purely for the evolution of our soul. So are you entering into this new cycle having learned from experiences in the past and shifted accordingly? And I believe you are, because the Chariot is here alongside. And what that means for me, that Chariot is being guided by that inner light, by that divine light. You're being driven forward, and it's about letting go of fears. It's about letting go and letting God. It's about being guided by your instinct, that drive, that push that's pushing you forward at this time. So that's very lovely. Let's have a look first of all. I want to look at your soulmate, Aries. I want to see where they are in this connection. How do they look at this connection with you? How are they, what are they thinking about with regards to you at this current time? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. What have you got that wants to come out? Too many cards, but I am seeing the Three of Swords there, the Four of Cups and the Queen of Wands. But let's just have one card, Spirit, for this time. Thank you. Thank you. So what have we got? We've got the Five of Shells, which is the Five of Cups. So bearing in mind that I saw the Three of Swords has come out as well. The Five of Cups is a place of being in a very negative, remorseful, regretful place. It's focusing on what could have been, what should have been, I'm getting, what should have been, as opposed to what is. It's focusing on that sort of past, present, and future, and being in a space where, because they're in a space of whatever the space they're in, it's with regret with regards to you. And what happens when they're in that space is they are inviting in experiences into their life, because the universe always responds to what we're emitting. So if they're emitting regret and remorse, the universe is responding with experiences that are coming in to help shift them, to coming in to help them stand back and observe that this has happened for them. What's beautiful about this Five of Cups, it's the firefly. Okay, so this is why I talk about this, because the firefly glows from within. It's beautiful. And it's that glow within that is that spark of light and hope that we have within us. So despite where they are right now, I do feel that they literally have a glimmer of hope with regards to you. And the firefly is a reminder that all things are not quite as they seem. So whether you are getting a perception that is they are fine and they have moved on and they're okay, that's not quite as it seems. But because the feelings behind what they're showing to you or to the world is one of they're feeling a real there's a lack of energy about them. There's a conflict within them. There's a battle of sorts, as opposed to, did I do this? Did they do this? What have I done? But the Firefly also talks about, with this Five of Cups, that the release of that sorrow, what they're being guided to is to release that sorrow. And that helps them, when they release that sorrow, to have a renewal of hope for the future, that light within. And I really feel like they're starting to learn from their lessons. And that's what's beautiful to see here. And also what Spirit is saying to me is that that light within them, this is in relation to you, that light within them, that glow within them, that connection they have with you is stronger than you think. And, you know, these soulmate journeys, they're so strong, and they're given to us as a gift. They're given for so many wonderful things, and also so many uncomfortable things, so many triggers to help us heal. And so what's happened here, that this connection is so strong between you, that just like it has shifted and changed and transformed you, it is also shifting and changing and transforming your soulmate. But of course, everybody always is on their own path. You can't heal another, you can only heal yourself. And this is with this, they are literally, as this card says, they are readjusting themselves at the moment with regards to you. And there is also hope attached. So, and at the bottom of the deck, as I see that, I've got the Ace of Crystals. And so the Ace of Crystals is the Ace of Pentacles. And that's really lovely. And the panda, you know, is black and white. So it represents contrast. They've had to go through what they don't want in order to understand what they do want. This Ace of Pentacles is a gift from God. Pentacles, for me in love readings, mean a realization of things, a realization of ideas. And it's about magically manifesting things. You are manifesting whatever you wish for with your soulmate. You may not see it yet. You see that it's up here, as above, down below, but it's also here as well. Whatever you're wishing for has already happened. The universe has already said yes. You just haven't seen it in your reality. And it's about you remaining in a place of being grounded and centered in on yourself. Because when you're centered in on yourself, then your emotions are not so up and down the whole time. And, you know, it's the Ace of Pentacles is always given at exactly the right time. So whatever's happening right now is all part of your story. It's just where you are right now and currently with your soulmate. Let me have a look at your how you feel about this connection, where you are right now, Aries. Thank you very much, Spirit. So, you know, I talked about manifesting, that wanted to fly out. You have the Magician. So you are manifesting. And I believe you're manifesting consciously. You've let go and let God with the Chariot. You're going in the direction that you're being guided to go. At the end of an old cycle, a beginning of a new cycle. The magic, that the raven, it represents the magic of manifestation. Okay, so the Magician is somebody who is manifesting consciously. You know, they have that sword of truth and clarity. They have the cup of self-love. They have the pentacle of realization of ideas. And they have that wand of passion and creativity. And you have this willpower. You're empowered at the moment about what you're manifesting with regards to your soulmate. You know, you are literally in such an amazing vibration of moving forward with this Chariot in this world. You're unleashing that full power. You're empowering yourself, that full power and potential that you have. You're manifesting through sheer will. So whatever you're doing, don't fear failure and don't stop what you're doing. Trust in your passions, trust in your knowing. So that is beautiful. Okay, so let's have a look now, my darlings, at what your soulmates' aspirations, their goals are towards you at this time. Thank you. So we've got the Nine of Wands, which is represented by the Nine of Acorns, the Panther. So what I'm feeling with this, the Nine of Wands, for me, this is my intuitive reading of the cards and how the cards present themselves to me. We have an intimate relationship, my cards and I. The Nine of Wands, first of all, in the traditional tarot, is about somebody stepping forward out of certain cycles of behavior that haven't brought them that joy, that peace, that contentment, that happiness that they wish, because they've been repeating cycles that have been given to them to help them release those conditioned behaviors, those triggers that we all have that go back to hurts that are deeply buried inside of us. This Nine of Wands, and somebody who steps into this Nine of Wands is very brave to do so. And it's a very painful and emotionally exhausting place to be, but they've made that choice out of free will to step forward. The Panther talks about being fueled by faith over fear. The Panther is mysterious, like the Empress as well. And it's about reclaiming their power. So I really feel that both of you are you're mirroring each other to a certain point. You are in the magician place. And they are also beginning through their life lessons, reclaiming their power as well. And they are facing their fears. So whatever they're going through right now with this Five of Cups, this regret and remorse, they're not just getting on with their life and pretending it didn't happen. They're not just brushing it literally under the carpet and going and repeating that same cycle with somebody else. It's actually triggered in them this deep wish, their souls coming through to help them release things, to not repeat those cycles. You have been an extraordinary trigger for them, just like they have been for you. And they are reclaiming their power. They're allowing their soul to speak. They're facing their fears. They're beginning to take the right steps with the Nine of Wands, and that's beautiful. And there's a lot of hard work that they need to do, but they want to step forward for you. And that's what's so beautiful. I think Panthers spend a lot of time alone. So there is a lot of time alone that they are having. But when we are alone, it's because God wants to spend time with us. So they are in exactly where they are meant to be right now, my darling. Let's have a look at the next few steps of your journey and their journey. Thank you. So your journey, Ace of Shells, Ace of Cups. How lovely is that? And I'm not surprised. My goodness, my darling, you've got the Magician, you've got the World, you've got the Chariot, and now you've got the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a start of something. It again is a gift given by God. The Ace of Cups is about that self-love, that self-fulfillment, that self-worth. It's being in a place of peace, love, serenity. It's doing everything from a place of love because you are feeling love for yourself, which we all forget to do so many times. And it's because it's the turtle, you're going to be moving at the right pace for you. You're going to be going with the flow, with the universal flow, and you are going to be trusting in your inner vision, your inner knowing, that knowing you have about this journey. And it's something new. No wonder you've had the World card, the end of something new, the beginning of something new. So I just want to sort out my light there. You know, you've had this ending in a pause. The universe has given you a little break, a little rest and recuperation time. I'm sure you've been sharing your knowledge with others. And I really feel, because of the Magician card here, you know, the World card also represents as above, down below. You're consciously manifesting. You're consciously manifesting your soulmate into your life. And they have stepped forward energetically, which is beautiful. The more you work on yourself, when you have such a strong connection with somebody, the more you work on yourself and keep moving forward, the more you see in relationships with everybody around you, family, friends, loved ones, soulmates, you see a ripple effect because energetically you're giving out that vibration. And when you start to love and respect yourself, you then receive that back and you help them indirectly as well, shift and change themselves. So let's have a look at your soulmate, my darling. What are the next few steps on their journey? Thank you for Aries. Thank you. There we go. Two of Cups. So this is beautiful. The Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups together make the Three of Cups. For me, immediately talks about reconciliation, celebration, reunion. The Two of Cups is union, it's harmony, it's peace. I mean, how wonderful is this reading? And at the bottom of the deck, I just got guided to look at that. You've got strength. This wonderful elephant here representing strength, the strength of the connection between you, the strength that you've been given by the universe, and they've been given by the universe. I feel that they have definitely been apart from you for a while. And one of the reasons is that, you know, the bull elephant stays away from their family for fear of hurting them with their tusks. So they spend a lot of time alone. So that's what I'm feeling here. But through that silence, through that reflection time, through that pause time, they have stepped forward, stepped up energetically, this Nine of Acorns, and they are very intent on their thoughts right now. And this is leading, I believe, in the next few steps of your journey to a reunion. But it's going to be at your pace with this Ace of Cups. And it's going to come from the right place with the doves. It represents, you know, that peace as well. Whatever's happened, my darling, in the past between you, with the doves here, it's enhancing the bonds that you both have, those deep bonds that you both have. And it's going to bring in blessings for a new type of relationship that you may not have had before. The Two of Cups with the dove, thank you, Spirit, is also talking about the healing powers of deep love, that through forgiveness, through understanding and compassion about why somebody behaves the way they do, yourself included in that, it's about forgiving yourself, as you know, and forgiving others, because everybody deals with life through their own cloudy lens of life. But through these healing powers of love, and working towards self-love for both of you, and as I said, when you honor yourself with self-respect and self-love, others will then do the same. You both, because of this self-love, are coming to a peaceful resolution, a union, a lovely abundance between you. This is quite beautiful. I'm just going to get some advice from Spirit for you, Aries. Thank you. Advice, thank you. Nine of Feathers. Okay, this is quite sweet. And on the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Acorns. First of all, the Nine of Feathers, the Nine of Swords. This is why they've given this to me. This is the porcupine. Okay, we all know porcupines have prickles, and underneath they have a very soft side. So I know that you feel you need to protect yourself, okay, from whatever has happened in the past. But if you can show what's in your heart and be vulnerable and talk from a place of truth, and if you're not sure of the words to say, then say thank you for the right words before, and they will come, my darling, they will come. It's also about protecting yourself from your innermost thoughts, because your thoughts have a way of hurting you. And those thoughts that come from fear and anxiety just create more fear and anxiety. But when you're in that space, sorry if my dog's snoring, you can hear, she has quite a loud snore. When you're in that space of inner knowing and inner truth, then those thoughts bring you relief and peace. So try and adjust your perspective on things. Understand that everything that's happened so far has happened for you, not to you, in order for you to release a lot of things that no longer serve you. And you've got this 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You've been carrying around an extraordinary burden for a very long time. You've been carrying around not just your energy, but a lot of other people's energy. You're very trustful. You have a willingness to take on all sorts of things for other people, too much sometimes. And this is what Spirit is saying, alongside a fantastic determination and loyalty, like the donkey. You know, the donkey was given by God for his loyalty to Jesus, the cross on his back. But it's about knowing your boundaries and about taking those necessary steps to just understand sometimes you can set your limitations. and let go of expectations of others as well, because expectations of others sometimes bring disappointments. And just because somebody doesn't necessarily love you the way you want them to love you doesn't mean to say they don't love you with everything they are. I think this is a very beautiful reading, and I think there's a huge depth and synergy between you. I'm just going to see, I've been told, I'm just going to pull some of my Illuminati tarot deck for you. Any other messages here for Aries? Thank you. The Tower. Yes, you've gone through something, but you know the Tower has to come down. That Tower for me represents conditioned behaviors that have these soulmates come in to trigger us, to release our attachment we have to certain ways of doing things because of things that happened, and we've held on to them deep down. But you see here the divine feminine who's on this side is falling very gracefully. The divine masculine, which represents, the divine feminine represents your empathic side, your intuitive side. The divine masculine represents that ego, that pride as well. It's lost its crown. It's about releasing. Our ego and pride comes from our pain body. It's about releasing that and having that beautiful unconditional love that God has for us. And that's what the divine feminine is all about. Let me see, but that tower had to come down in order for this foundation, for a new start to come in for you. Again, we've got the 5 of Cups again. So that's now 5 of Cups. You've both gone through a space of remorse and regret. And I want to say to you, everything that's happened has happened for you in order for you to be where you are now, in order for you to go through this darker time, because that's when we were most transformative, in order for you to come into this place of being this magician with this Ace of Cups coming in for you, the self-love, the world, the Chariot. It's all happened for you. Let me just see what else from my Golden Art Nouveau tarot deck. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. For Aries, thank you. Page of Swords. Somebody is keeping a little eye on you. And the 10 of Cups. This is what's coming in for you, this beautiful 10 of Cups. And it starts with the Ace of Cups. Going in the universal flow, letting go, letting God, trying not to worry about what's going to happen and understanding it's all happening for you. Very, very lovely. And lastly, I might just pull one from my Celtic Tarot. Thank you, Spirit. For Aries, any other messages? Thank you. 8 of Cups. So somebody walked away from something in the past, and that's what brought this world thing in. Walking away from this 8 of Cups because it was something being guided by Spirit, but that 8 of Cups has led to this Ace of Cups, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Somebody's walked away from something. This was the Tower, and it had to happen because you needed to go through a transformation, a shift and change, and they have gone through it too, my darling, with this 9 of Acorns, this 9 of Wands, about stepping forward into their power, beginning to get to know who they are and why they've done certain things, just like you have done. And look what's happening. The 8 of Cups leads to the Knight of Pentacles. Whatever's coming in, the Knight is about movement. Whatever's coming in with this Knight of Pentacles, it is something that is solid and grounded. And it is from the heart. They may have difficulty saying to you because their visor is on. So they're feeling a little bit defensive, but the horse is wearing green, and that's the heart chakra. So whatever they're going to say to you is going to be from their heart space. And they know, my darling, with that little bunny rabbit there, that you are a very good catch. At the bottom of the deck, I am now being glanced to see the Hangman. So at the moment, you and they are being asked to have a different perspective on things, to take time out, to ask yourself for the answers. And if you don't know the answers, just say to God, the universe, thank you for me being shown the answers at the right time for me. The Hangman is that, the praying mantis is a prophet of calm, It's a prophet of patience. It's a prophet of, about observing and understanding. And as I said, having those new perspectives. And it's about looking at lessons learned and shifting from it. And this has been an extraordinary journey. I don't know if the female praying mantis bites the head off the male praying mantis, but don't bite their head off when they come and see, because they may be a little nervous when they come in, but they are very intent and very focused on stepping forward, as I said, with this 9 of acorns. And they're facing their fears, my darling. And this has all happened because of the connection with you. Whatever's happened in the past, they're taking the right steps. So their intent in coming forward is with the right intent. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that crosses the finishing line. It may be a little slow, like the tortoise, but it is the only knight that crosses the finishing line. And there is the hare, as I said in the card there again. So they may want to rush forward, but they're taking it slow because this time they want to get it right. So Aries, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'm going to be doing your December readings before the end of November for you. And I'm also in December going to be doing your 2021 yearly readings as well for you. So Aries, have a rest of a lovely Sunday, and I look forward to catching up with you and doing a reading for you next time. Take care, my darlings. Bye-bye.